Well, as if the Lakers couldn't use any more bad news. It looks like the great Anthony Davis will be out for the next 4 or so weeks with an MCL sprain, and I think that this is going to plummet the Lakers season. Now, currently, the Lakers are in the 6th seed at 16-14, and let's just say that the team is on the older side when you have someone like a Melo and a Russell Westbrook, LeBron James, and Anthony Davis, who was in his prime, who was young, but he is very injury prone. I mean, very injury prone. And now he's out for 4 weeks, could be 5 weeks, and the LA Lakers are in a tough spot. Now, I don't think anyone really had them coming out of the West. They are a good team, and you do have LeBron James, but this team is just so back and forth. I mean, they can barely get 2 wins together, but they're losing games in bunches. I mean, 2 games in a row, 3 games in a row, 4 games in a row. These guys are just losing games left and right, while winning here and there. There's just no consistency. Now, Anthony Davis on the year is not even averaging 24 points per game, not even a double-double. He's very close, don't get me wrong. He's pretty efficient, but even when he's having those games of over 20 points and 10 rebounds and this and that, getting those double-doubles, the team doesn't necessarily win games. I think the window of the LeBron James era of having that big impact is almost over. And I wasn't a big fan of the Russell Westbrook signing. You take up a lot of salary cap with that kind of player, and he's been proven to show that triple doubles don't necessarily equate to wins, if that makes sense. I like Melo. I'm a big fan. I wish that he would win a championship. I don't think it's going to be with the Lakers. Not saying that Portland Trail Blazers were any better, because they're having a terrible season this year. But the LA Lakers don't really have a lot of options when looking at some trades. And so who do you replace Anthony Davis with? You have Dwight Howard, who was out because of the health and safety protocols. And then you have a DeAndre Jordan who just lost his spot in the rotation. So when you're looking at that, you're like, okay, who do we get? Who can we trade for? Who can we get as a free agent? And there really isn't much out there. I mean, you have Mitchell Robinson, you have Damian Jones, you have Mo Wagner, and a couple other players that just don't really seem to work. I think someone like Dwight Powell or a Maxi Kleber from Dallas might make some sense, some cheaper salaries and stuff like that. But Anthony Davis doesn't really want to play center. He wants to play more of the power forward spot. So you still kind of need a center, even if you have Anthony Davis back. But I get the idea, because then you can have Dwight Howard or someone like that in center. But I think this is going to derail the entire season. I mean, you're talking about a month. You're talking about, 4 games a week or so? Like, you're talking about 10, 15 games or so that the Lakers are going to play. And who knows? Are they going to go like a 6-4? Are they going to go a 9-1? Are they going to go a 1-9? You never really know. And having an impactful player like Anthony Davis, who I think is a top 10 player in the entire league, out, and now you're going to ask LeBron James to take over that load and take over that stress. I just don't think he can. And then when you look at the players around the team, I just don't think you have, the firepower. I mean, you got teams like the Warriors and the Jazz and the Grizzlies and the Suns and just basically every other team who is healthy or who is waiting for players to come back from the safety protocols and things like that. But I think this is a huge issue for the Lakers, and Anthony Davis is not going to be the same. It's going to be 4 weeks of being out and then coming back, minute restrictions and things like that. And then the LA Lakers are going to be in a worse spot. I mean, they're in the 6th spot. They're 16-14. They went 6-4 the last 10, but overall, not really a good team. What do you guys think about this? How big of an impact do you think the Lakers are going to have now that Anthony Davis is not going to be on the court? Let us know in the comment section below, and we'll see you guys next time.